Hello, and today I've got a special treat for you. Today we are building and reviewing the Lego Technic Lamborghini Sian. And hey, look at this box. Oh, let's turn it around. This thing is amazing. There we go. So it's the Sian FKP 37 set. So Lego set number 42115. It's an 18 plus set, 3,696 pieces, and it's a 1/8 scale model. This is my previous videos. I've already done a 110 and a 112 scale models. That's the 4GT and also the Peugeot 9x8 hypercar. So this is by far the biggest Lego Technic set I've built so far. In fact, it's the biggest Lego set I've built. Got it for a really good price. I had almost £100 off it, so I couldn't resist. Look at the side. This is the back of the car, it's quite cool. The side there, I think that's the size of the actual wheels that comes with the set. This, to be fair, this box is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just going to get my scissors now and open it up and let's see what's inside. Now inside the box we've got these 6 smaller boxes, and we've got, is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. I think this one is, that one's number 2. This one's number 1, I think. Yep, number 1. Yeah, so it's the 6, so the biggest one there. 3. Number 4. Number 5 and number 6. So if we take all these out, we've got our 2 very weighty, very weighty instruction guides. So let's put these boxes back in and let's have a look at the books. So these are the 2 books together. Makes up the complete image of the complete model. They are quite substantial books. I think they go up to 500 steps each. So let's get into them. So this is book 1. Just flick through this nicely. Maps of Italy and Denmark. It's a nice photo of the wheel cut. One of the testing stages of making this model, you can see they were going for different colours. I think they settled on the best colour. So forward by Ferruccio Lamborghini, the founder of Lamborghini. There's an early Lamborghini. A nice photo of the real car. Some more information about Lamborghini, the design team. More details. A photo of the model complete with the scissors door open. Well, there's quite a lot of information about the vehicle here. A very premium instruction manual. Factory. There we go. So I'm going to be doing this in 6 stages, each box. So this is box 1, and in box 1 we are going to be building the gearbox and rear suspension. And for your reference, it'll be that section. So let's begin. And before I begin, here's the parts listings. If you're interested. And looking at the back of book 2, it's quite cool. There's a plate there with a unique serial number on, which you can use to enter the owner's only area. So we'll have a look at that one. So in box number 1 we have 7 numbered bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, and 3 unnumbered bags with various bits in. Just more of those new green bits. I think we've got some wheel arches and some various bits, some frames. So I imagine some of these bits are going to be used in later stages, or later boxes. But right, let's start building stage 1, or box 1. So I've just opened everything in the bags of box 1 in stage 1, and it's quite substantial. So there's the unnumbered bags. Right, I'm probably not going to finish this stage tonight. Hopefully get an hour or 2 building, but we'll see how far we get. So we've just finished step 44 in box 1, and this is where we are. Very similar to the previous builds done before, nothing unsurprising. For the differential, which is spinning, the wheels, and we've also got our suspension on both sides. So this is the rear suspension, so we're now going to start building the gearbox, and this is quite a large assembly. So let's do it a bit. So I've just finished step 82 in box 1, and we have just finished the first layer, the bottom layer of our gearbox. So we'll turn that round there. The whole entire section is moving. So we've got another sandwich of layers to put on top. Up to 117 before we attach it to the front of that section. Right, so we've just finished step 116 in box 1, and we've now finished this nice little assembly, which is going to be, I think, the main gearbox. So you can twist these to select which sort of gears are going to be selected. By changing these positions, different sets of gears go off. So this one moves this one. So all we need to do now is attach that to that section there. Put that down. So we now reached step 118, and we've now attached this gearbox section to this suspension section here. See from the front there's the differential. So there we are. Let's move forward. Right, so we are now on step 136 in box 1, and we're now extending out from the gearbox. So this here now is connected to the differential. All the gears are going. And we can also now select in between gears. So for each gear you change, it's not imperfect yet, still lots more to do. Right, so we've just finished step 181 and also box 1 is now complete. This is where we are, so we've completely extended that out. So that drive shaft there, that drives all the bottom layer of gears and some of the top gears, and we've got the selector here which goes for all the gears, so that top layer sort of spins and selects all the different gears. So eventually we've got a little system there, so if it goes round it'll kick that set of gears off as well. So this is all coming together nicely. We just need to move on now to box 2. Right, so let's start box number 2. So in box number 2 we have 8 numbered bags, and we also need 2 of these frames from one of the unnumbered bags in box 1. So let's begin. Right, so in box 2 we have got to build the engine and the front suspension. Let's begin. Right, so we've just finished step 204 in box 2. We've added some extra handling to the sides and to the rear, and we've also built our engine block. So if we turn here, let's spin this around. So we've got 6 cylinders on each side, so we've got a V12 engine. All we just need to do is attach it to the main assembly. So in step 205 we have just now attached the engine to the main assembly. So if we turn that, you'll see the engine moves. Right, so we've just finished step 250 in box 2. We've got the front suspension unit, very similar to the rear one, no surprises there. Just need to attach it in step 251 in front of the front of the vehicle. So we've just finished step 252 in box 2, and the front suspension is now on, and all that gearing is connected up, the front and back wheels. Right, so we've just finished step 275 in box 2. We've just added on a block here for the steering, but yes, it's yet to be connected up to anywhere else. We've got some more gearing in the front here, connected up to the front suspension arm. So this is our selector. So if we quickly that goes, it clicks through the gearing system. Right, so we've just finished step 323 in box 2. We've added a lot of extra details. We've got this these center bars over here, this little selector. I don't know what that's going to do yet. We've got some fuel exhausts, I don't know what to call them, piping for the engine, and these frames around the outside on both sides. So I think we're now going to move and do the cover for the engine. So we've just finished step 355 in box 2. Now we've added a steering system here. That's connected up to that. We extend it out. Also connected to that steering system, of course, we've got the flappy paddle gear selector. And we've got this little section here. So that's going to be in the interior. And we've also covered the engine up with this lovely case on top with these nice printed pieces going all the way down. Of course, this is the first set I've done, first Lego set I've done, but it doesn't have any stickers whatsoever, so I'm quite happy with that so far. So we've just finished step 382 and also box 2, and we've just added some front elements to the vehicle to cover the hood. So now we're going to start box 3. Right, so we're now going to start box 3, which is going to be the interior details and seats. And it's the first of these little black boxes here. Right, so we've just opened box 3 and we have 8 numbered bags. So this is everything from box 3 open, and we've also got all these bits as well from the unnumbered bags. Right, so we've just finished step 451 in box 3, and we've added some seating with some nice printed Lamborghini pieces on the headrests. We've also got this weird mechanism here. Just pulls this red section forward and backwards. I'm not sure what that's going to connect it to yet. Hopefully a tailgate, or there's some scissors doors. Well, actually, it's more likely to be the tailgate. Thinking about it. Right, so we've just finished step 500 in box 3. Now, so far, we've got this on this side here, so these extra support columns. We've got this mechanism here, which I think is going to be part of the doors. And we've stopped here around because we're now at the end of the book. 500 is the end of the first book, so I think both books are 500 steps each. So let's move and finish this side off. So we've just finished step 525 in box 3, and added on these extra frames around the side of the engine. We've got this cool cross section over the engine. We've now got some more interior details as well. So we've got a steering wheel with printed Lamborghini logo on. It's quite hard to see it, but there is gauges. So if you zoom in a bit, you can see the printed piece there with the gauges on. And also on both sides we've also got the beginning mechanisms for the scissor doors. Right, so we've just finished step 563 in box 3, and we now have the start our rear spoiler section. This is now connected up to this lever here, which raises up back spoiler, up and down. Right, so we have just finished step 580 and also box 3. So we've just added a bit of the canopy, a bit of a section of the roof, and we just need to go into box 4 now. Right, so we're just going to start box 4, which is the rear spoiler. And as well as the rear spoiler, I think we look Looks like we're also going to extend that canopy out and put some side panel on the doors as well. Right, so let's get box 4. Yeah, box number 4. So just open box number 4 and we have 10 numbered bags, and we've also got these as well from the unnumbered bags. So let's start going. So this is all the contents of box 4. I think so far this is the biggest stage so far. Looking at the step count, it's about 239 steps, so it's quite a large boxing section. Right, so we've just finished step 660 in box 4, and we now have the smallest rear spoiler section coming together now in pretty shape. Nice printed Lamborghini Sian. Right, so we've just finished step 722 in box 4, and we've now added some of this lime green paneling on the side there, some of the skirts along the door, some more sections added onto the pipe, onto the rear spoiler, and we're starting to build the frame around the engine for the back panel. Right, so we've just finished step 184 in box 4, and we've now done quite a bit on the back of the car. So I've added the extra side paneling and the wheel arch there, and we've also completed this rear spoiler section, looking very nice with those lights. Now if I select the lever to lift the spoiler up, that lifts up quite nicely. So we just need to move into section, into step 785 and start building the roof, the canopy and the cover for the engine. Right, so we've just finished step 801, and we've now built a part of the roof section. We just need to finish box 4 by building the roof section, or the top section for the engine. Right, so we've just finished step 857 and also box number 4. So we have now added this cool little cover for the engine. It's not on a hinge, but it's easily pulled out. Now each side has got also the Italian flag, which is quite cool, and it just connects back up on these two little things there. Obviously, as it's not connected by a hinge or anything, you'll have to obviously watch if you're moving the model around, it doesn't fall out. But yeah, that looks quite cool. Let's move on to box 5. Right, let's get box number 5. So in box number 5 we have 8 numbered bags, and also we've got the last bits from the unnumbered bags left. Right, so this is box 5, and we're going to be building the scissors doors and the rest of the front of the vehicle. Right, so we just finished step 886, and we're now started the front of the vehicle. This is going to be the platform where everything is built from top onto the front. Right, so we just finished step 963 of box 5, and we've got a nice chunk of the front already built. We've got these cool triangular lights, some of the bumper and skirt, and we've also got this printed piece there with a unique serial number. Apparently it gives you access to special features for this particular model car on the LEGO website, so we'll have to check that out. Right, so we've just finished step 998 in box 5, and we now have a front bonnet and the main part of the front of the vehicle done. We'll open up with a nice little space area there. And we just have to start building the scissor doors. So we've just finished step 1030, and we've now pretty much completed the driver's side of the vehicle. Got the wheel arch there, and we've got the scissor door. So if we press this lever behind here, the door moves up. It goes up quite quick as well, and quite smooth. Right, so we just need to do the same for the other side now, and just finish the odd bits and bobs, and we should all finish box 5. Right, so we've just finished step 1068 in box 5, and we've pretty much done everything now apart from the wheels on. We've got the other scissor door, which is there, and we've also got these cool little funky Lamborghini printed piece disc brakes, which are quite cool. So, but bit of a mystery. Box 5 is pretty much finished, but we've got loads of these spare pieces left. So let's move on to box 6, which is the rims and tyres. Right, so all that's in box 6 are these cool big gold coloured rims, and these quite substantial chunky tyres. We've got the mystery for all those spare pieces from box 5. They're going to be building essentially a luggage bag, and also which goes in that spare space in the under the bonnet, and also a little plaque that you can display next to the car. So we've just finished step 1084 in box 6 and the entire build. So we've now got our wheels and rims on. Those look very nice indeed, and as I said, the little nameplate and a little opening bag. Pretty pointless really, because there's a good hole at the bottom, but you can put it in the little space under the bonnet. So, of course, the build is now finished. Now, this was a really fun build. It took me a while. We're pretty much doing this for an hour or so over, every other day for 2 weeks. So, of course, it's taking me a bit longer. Obviously, we're filming as well and taking photos. But for the money you pay for this thing, it's a hell of an experience. I'm just going to go through all the features in the car. Of course, we've got our steering. Now, it's quite hard to move when you're moving the car. You can just about, it's just as easier just to move the wheels by your finger or your hand. And of course, we've got the suspension as well on the front and the rear. Of course, we've got the scissors doors on both sides. And of course, we can take this rear panel off. We've got the engine in the back, of course. We've also got, right, turn this round, turn this lever here, and we've got the rear spoiler that goes up as well. Now we're going to go it's very hard to see, but into the gears. It's probably better to move it to this side so we can see it a bit more clearly. So it's in a neutral position at the moment. So if we move it backwards into that position, it's now in the reverse setting. If we push it forward, now all the gears are now available, and we can now use the flappy paddle gear selecting to change the gears. So with each gear change, there's more and more resistance every time you move it. Just keep on going up. So overall, this makes a brilliant display piece. It is a Technic car, but I'm a bit disappointed obviously with all the Technic features. So the gearbox was really cool to set up and make. However, as a display model, you know, you can't really show the gears in a meaningful way to anybody. It's just, you know it's there. It's a little fun little element it's supposed to make. Of course, with the engine as well, you've got that V12 underneath, but it's covered up. That engine cover is quite nice, but it covers all those moving pistons, so that becomes quite pointless as well. But other than that, I really enjoyed making this thing. I would be tempted to get the Ferrari as well, but I don't think the missus would be too happy if I spent massive more money on Lego. So that's it for now, and I'll see you again in the next video.